Hello viewers, welcome back to Ohio Airgun Shooter. And for those of you who are new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. And if you can, hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss out on any future videos. Anyhow, in today's video, I'm just going to take a look at this ammo that I found at my local Walmart store. I was just out shopping, wasn't really looking for anything air gun sports related, but I just always seem to happen to find myself taking a stroll down the aisle. I mean, I've been down it before, and I bought other things like pellets, BBs, different things there. Anyhow, this little container of Slingshot ammo caught my eye. I mean, I was looking at some of the other ammo that they had, the steel, ball bearings, but they were 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. Anyhow, I saw these clay balls here, and they actually had 50 caliber printed on the side, and instead of just the 1/2 inch. So I was like, maybe these might fit in either my Umarex TR50, also known as the HDR50, and my Mercury torpedo revolver 50. So as most air gunners tend to do, we just try to find what we can that might be usable in such different kinds of revolvers or other air guns. And yeah, I noticed these, and I was like, maybe this is something we can use. So they come in this big container. There's 750 of them. I think I paid under $8. It was like 7 something, maybe 6 something, 6.99, 7 something. But I didn't think the price was too bad, and I was kind of looking for an alternative to your harder solid objects like steel, aluminum, but I wanted something harder than your rubber balls and the paint balls, because some of these you can't shoot the paintballs in because just the burst of CO2, if the walls of the paintball aren't strong enough, it'll just make a mess and just blow paint out the end of the barrel. So, and then you got your powder balls, pepper balls, etc. But I was looking for a little alternative for the backyard, something that would break apart and also be biodegradable. So I took a closer look at these when I saw them on the shelf. I was like, these might work. So I bought them, and here we are. What I'm going to do today is take some and weigh them, compare them to some of the other objects that I have, and then we'll see if they'll fit in the cylinders of both the TR50, or also known as the HDR50, and the Mercury TR50 torpedo revolver. So stay tuned. I'll get set up with the scale, and then we'll go ahead and weigh some of them. Thank you. I'll be back. So here's what they look like. They're not very hard. You can actually scratch them with your fingernails. But let's see how much one of them weighs. 2.419 grams. So I am weighing in grams. Take another one. 2.26. 2.49, about 2.5 grams each. Weigh another one. 2.2. So anywhere from 2.25 to what, 2.5 grams. That's a little over 2.51. So in comparison, I got a rubber steel ball. These weigh 2.6. 2.6. And then we have aluminum balls. One of these will weigh, 2.7. 2.7. And then of course we have the 1 gram nylon balls. I think these come in just under, I believe. So, just a little comparison and weight compared to everything else. And then here are the mercurized torpedoes. This is just a powder ball. And these are right at what, 2 gram? That's one. Wow, what a difference that one is. 1.89. That's 2. I have a little extra powder in one of those. So these two are 0.90. So this one here must have a little extra powder in it. See, you got 2 more. Wow, it's really light. Now, what's this one? 1.8. I haven't even shot any of these yet. Matter of fact, this is the first time I got these out of the package. So, I might have to shoot some of those, see what kind of velocity I get on these things. They're just a powder, so I might just try shooting at a soft object and see if they hold up. I mean, it's pretty hard tip there, so I mean, unless you're hitting at a hard object, they shouldn't break. So I think what I'll do is I'll shoot some of these in the Mercury because they're too long and they won't fit in the Umarex brand TR50. So I'll shoot 6 of these and then 6 of the clay balls through it, and then for the Umarex TR50 I'll shoot what were these again? 2. So in comparison, I'll shoot these with the rubber steel balls. We'll do that. Just kind of get a little comparison. So yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, if these will fit in the cylinders, how snug. So let me go get the guns again, get those out, and then we'll see if they'll fit in the cylinders. I'll be back. Alright, so I went and got the cylinders. This is the Mercury cylinder. And now with these, if you can see in there, there's the cylinder walls. There's the little plastic detents that you can kind of see in there. That's what, that's what holds your projectiles. Same thing on the TR50s. Just you can kind of see how they go around the wall, each chamber. So it kind of, from the diameter, it just brings it in a little bit, and that's what holds your projectiles. So with these being clay, they should fit, but as you put them in, these detents will most likely cut into the projectile somewhat. feel. I mean, they do go in, so you can see the little bit of chalk or clay. So, but they do fit. Let me load up a few of these. It's a little bigger, but I don't know if these will break apart when I shoot them out. That one doesn't seem to go in very well. You see the groove, it's already cutting into it. Might be better to load these from the front and stick them in. I mean, I'm looking for something. You can see the clay. So, I mean, at least they're a softer object, so they shouldn't do any damage to the barrel or anything. I'll be shooting indoors. I am in the basement, so a mess isn't that big of a problem. I mean, it's just clay, so easily cleanable, and you can vacuum. Like this one, you can kind of see. I'll show you a little bit of. There you go. See. So they'll probably shoot them, but you're gonna be losing a lot of air blowing around the projectile. So I don't know if that will affect velocity. Let's try Mercury Rise. Now on these, probably should just load from the back. That one went in really good. Oh, that one's over. See, that one's there is underboard. So that's definitely a itty bitty. I should have weighed that one. Look at that little thing. Comparison. It's almost like a 45. Wonder what caliber that really is. Let's try this one. That one goes in good. That one's a little too tight, but it's in there. I mean, this could get a little. Oh, there's another small one. Unless that's the same one I grabbed. Tell you what, I'm gonna put that one in the lid. That one's kind of loose. I mean, they're going in. Another small one. I mean, it is slingshot ammo, so I mean, how accurate does the bore have to be? So there you go. Again, there's air. You can see the gap in between. So how much air is wasted going around these projectiles? And we'll take some of these torpedoes and load these up. It's cool. It's got these little fins in the back. They're tapered like a fan blade, like a propeller, so that should create the spiral coming out of the barrel, give it a little bit more accuracy. Won't be doing any accuracy testing really, just want to do some velocity testing and maybe hit those. I do have a hard surface that I can use indoors. I have it in a box, that way when it does impact, everything kind of just stays contained inside the box. So I use it for my paintballs all the time, and it does the job. But there's the little torpedoes. Those look pretty cool. Again, there's a bit of a, you can see the light coming in behind them. So I know that, you know, how much air is wasted going around these. I mean, if you had a tighter seal around there, you would probably have higher velocities, because you're not wasting that much gas. So anyways, we'll just do 6 of these, get the velocities, and then we'll do 6 of these. I got the rubber balls too. I can load these up real quick. Rubber steel balls. It's just 6 of these. I'll just use the same CO2 as well. 1 cartridge per gun. There's no need to swap out. Now with these, come all the way. Now with these, you can see there's a better. There's just a little light there, but overall, they seem to be a good tight seal. A little gap on that one. So these will definitely have a better seal to them. So 6.6, you can see the cut. So I don't know if these will just blow apart coming out of the barrel. So if it gets messy, hey, I got a vacuum cleaner. So it's just a basement, so I don't care. It's not like it's lead dust or anything. It's just a little bit of clay. But yeah, I bet these are those lighter ones that I weighed. I need a bore, something to measure these. Definitely see there's a weight difference, a size difference. But again, just slingshot ammo. It says 50 caliber, but you can see some of them aren't a true 50 caliber or 1/2 inch diameter. So, alrighty, we'll go get the guns loaded up with CO2, and then we'll do some velocity testing. Okay, so I'm back. I got the revolvers. I have a Umarex brand 12 gram CO2 cartridge installed in each. I haven't pierced them yet. I got the cylinders all loaded up. What I'll do is, for the initial piercing of the CO2 cartridge, I'll start with the harder objects first. That way that initial blast won't, hopefully, worry about that maybe just breaking these inside the cylinder chambers here. But we'll shoot the rubber steel balls first, and then these torpedoes and each of the revolvers when I initially pierce the CO2. I'll be using this little chronograph. It's a cheap Amazon brand. Forgot what the name of it is. I think I kept referring to it as a Precision Ballistics, whatever, but I think that's the Caldwell brand. So this is just some cheap Amazon. I mean, for the price I paid, it works well. Now on these, once you turn it on, you need to lock it into feet per second, which you do by pressing this button here, and then it will flash the FPS, and then the blue light says you're in feet per second. I just have this box with some plastic shopping bags, so it's a soft impact, so it shouldn't break apart any of the clay balls or these torpedoes. And then I just have this backstop just in case. It's just a box with a piece of plywood in it and some other, I think I got jeans in there and some other stuff, and I just got some weight behind it because I'm worried about the foot-pound energy, this being the 11 joule version, and I think this is about 11 joule too, I believe. But let's get some velocity numbers. Let me turn my light on up here, a little extra light for the chronograph. I don't think I need it on high. Here, that should probably be enough. So let's get some velocity numbers here. First I'll be shooting the Umarex TR50, also known as the HDR50. And I'll be shooting the rubber steel balls first. So we'll go ahead and get it loaded up. And then we'll pierce the CO2. Indoor temperature in my basement is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Actually the furnace is on now, so it's warming up nicely. So we should get pretty good numbers at this temperature. Okay, first shots, Umarex TR50 rubber steel balls. (334 feet per second). (334 feet per second). Now the clay balls. Hopefully these don't blast out the barrel. Well, they seem to have shot pretty good. Velocity numbers were dropping. I mean, some of that due to CO2 cool down, and they weren't very snug in the cylinder, so how much gas was escaping around the projectiles. Okay, now we'll try the Mercury TR50 torpedo revolver. And first we'll be shooting the torpedo ammo. This is the powder ammo, little torpedoes. Already charged. First shot. (56). I'm waiting about a couple seconds in between each shot, just to allow the CO2 to warm up just a little bit. Again, it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit. My furnace is on. Might have been the last shot. I lost count. 341. That was the last shot. As you can see here, it didn't break, which is what I was hoping for with the plastic shopping bag, so I can actually reuse that one. Alright, now we're going to try the clay balls. I'm going to give the gun a couple minutes to warm up, and then we'll try it again. Be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back to try the clay balls. CO2 warmed back up. While I was waiting, I went and dug all these out, neither one of them broke. So if anybody's looking for a soft backstop that you can use for projectiles such as this without them breaking, and if you got a bunch of old plastic shopping bags that completely destroy the environment, here's a good use for them. And once you're done with them, just throw them into one big bag, tie it up, and throw it in a garbage bag, and there you go. But let's get back to the shooting. This will be 6 rounds of the Slingshot clay ammo. Crossbolt safety off. First shot. 340 feet per second. .311. Two. Down to 275. Back up to 313. 311. That might have been the last shot. I lost count. That's the last shot. Magazine empty. Safety on. So I mean, we did have the 300s. That 275. I don't know where my CO2 level is. I mean, it's only been 6 shots, and some of those clay balls, some of them went in tighter than others, and as you can see when I was weighing them, the weight's varied, so that's definitely going to change the velocities. So yeah, so just saw those on the shelf at Walmart and saw that they were 50 caliber, so I thought I'd give them a try. Again, my chronograph seemed to work pretty good today, so hey, if you're looking in the market for a cheapie, check one of these out. The box held up pretty good. Again, it was able to stop these without even breaking them. Pretty much it. But, yeah, I mean, they're not too bad. There was a bunch of them that were undersized, so they just won't fit. But I mean, if you're looking for something you can shoot maybe outdoors in your backyard, that's kind of reactive, I mean, you could definitely try these in your TR50s or HDR50s. So I don't think I would put them in like a magazine fed type air gun paintball marker, because they could break apart in the magazine and then jam it up, kind of like those Dust Devils did, the 4.5 millimeters in my magazine fed action pistols. But they did do well in the revolver, so definitely would recommend. I recommend these for a revolver style paintball marker. So tell you what, I'm gonna go set up a box that I have a hard piece of wood in, and then we'll see how they impact, how much do they break. So let me get set up for that, and we'll do that real quick. I'll be back. Okay, hey guys, I'm back with my target set up. I'm going to try to break some of the clay slingshot rounds on this side. It's a very hard piece of rubber. I got a board behind it, but I had this it's a really hard piece of rubber laying around, and I'm going to try to bust them on that. while I was getting set up, I was putting the other box away with the shopping bags. I was digging out some of these clay balls, and you can kind of see what they look like on the inside. Many of them were intact in the bags, but they are falling apart, probably from hitting each other inside the bag. So we should get a bunch of them to break, hopefully, on this. I don't think they'll bounce back. It's a hard rubber, so hopefully nothing will bounce back. So I'm just going to be using the Mercury torpedo revolver. I have this already, the CO2 still in it. And then we'll do the clay balls, but I also want to bust a few of these just to see what kind of impact we can get on the rubber there with them. So since I already shot these, I might as well just kind of use them up, see how they do, because I haven't shot them up until today, so I'm kind of learning about all this just like you are. So let me get ready to do some shooting, and we'll be right back. All right, I have my phone camera set up kind of towards that, the side here. Hopefully nothing will bounce back and hit it. Furnace is on, so hopefully you can hear me fine. I've got the torpedoes loaded up. I'm going to shoot these first. These are the powder, and then we'll do the clay slingshot ammo after that, and we'll see what we can get to break. If it doesn't want to break on this rubber, I do have some steel plates that I can use. I don't want to shoot directly onto my board because it's kind of thin, and I just kind of use it for paintballs. So I don't want anything to go completely through it. But I do have a proper backstop behind all this, so we should be okay. So, okay, enough talking. Let's get to shooting. A little messy, but kept pretty much everything inside. Again, it's just powder, so the rubber did work, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you can smell all the powder, but I don't care about the mess. It's just in the basement anyway. So all right, let's try the clay balls. Sound like my CO2 was kind of dropping, so I'm gonna change cartridges real quick, and then we'll go from there. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, Mercury TR50 revolver, clay balls. Oh, I had one fall out. Wonder where it went. Yeah, some of them don't go in there very tight. I thought I had it in there tight, so I'm gonna load up another one, and then we'll start shooting. But fresh CO2 cartridge installed. Okay, we're all loaded up with the clay balls. On to the shooting. 6 rounds. Well, seemed to do a pretty good job. The rubber belt did what I hoped it would do. as did the clay balls. So not too bad. Let's wrap it up, and I'll give you my final thoughts. I mean, they do make quite a bit of mess if you're indoors, just so you know. Yeah, most of it's all been contained in my little box here, but just a little broom sweeping, some vacuuming, and it'll be good as new. It's just powder and clay, so it's nothing to worry about. It's not like lead dust, so it'd be definitely a lot funner in the backyard, less mess. So, all right, let's wrap it up. So here we go with a little bit of a different kind of ammo that, you know, was able to be shot through both the Umarex brand TR50 or HDR50. This is the first version, and then also the Mercury TR50 revolver or torpedo revolver. They did shoot through them pretty well. I mean, the velocity's 300s. The only thing is about these are that a lot of them are undersized. I might be able to compensate that with maybe using some, like I do shoot black powder revolver, so I'm possibly even maybe use some of the patches that I use for some of the round balls, and you know, like a muzzle loading rifle or something like that. I could probably use and just put one of those in it and then maybe stuff it in to each chamber. Maybe not so much with this one, but since this has the deeper magazine, that would probably work perfectly with that. You could almost double these up in each chamber to shoot like a double load through the TR50. It's just the great thing about this design. It's just such a deeper cylinder, and it allows you to shoot, you know, a wider variety of projectiles, unlike the Umarex brand. So maybe later down the road they'll come out with a deeper magazine as well, but who knows. But they did shoot well. They impacted pretty nicely. So if you're looking for something eco-friendly for the backyard, you don't want to make a mess with paint, you know, I could definitely recommend these. So thanks for watching. Remember to please like and subscribe, and turn on those notifications. That way any videos that, you know, I make down the line and upload, you'll get a notification about them. So again, thank you, and thanks again for watching.